Here, I think we can cold 4-bet, which I'm going to do, because we're a little bit deeper. So it's kind of harder for him to play back. Well, he's in position, so that's not entirely true. But still, I think it kind of looks like I'm not going to be bluffing him as often when I'm deeper. And yeah, I just think his range for 3-betting that fish is really wide. And then on this flop, I'm just going to bet like 80, which I'd do with my entire range here. Table 1, I'm just going to check fold, and we completely miss the flop. It's ace high. As I said, Nita doesn't fold to raises very often or anything like that. This is actually a good flop for me. Once he calls, I'm kind of done with the hand, because most of my cold 4-betting range has like king X or ace X in it, and most of it is really ace X. I don't really like cold 4-betting with hands. Like sometimes I do, but most of the time I've either a king or an ace in my hand. So when he calls me here, I just don't think. I think he has either an ace or like he has a hand he's not really going to be folding. I think his calling range here is going to have a lot of like ace jack, ace queen, ace 10 type hands. So yeah. And table 1, I'm just going to be squeezing, which is standard. I probably would have kept betting that if I had a diamond or something on the turn here, seeing as I had the king of diamonds, I'd probably bet again, but yeah. I was thinking he can flat ace king versus me there, because I do cold 4-bet quite a bit, so. If he knows that, he might he might decide to call thinking that I'm folding too often when he shoves a hand like ace king, and he might think I'll rep those boards, so he could potentially flat ace king there. But yeah, I think I get enough folds in that flop once he calls for me to just c-bet the flop and be done with the hand. I'm not going to call ace 10 here versus Nita's under the gun range. It's a bit too. He's raising too tight, and I don't really have good like implied odds or anything like that. Kind of just a bad spot for me, and I don't think I can bluff because he doesn't fold to enough 3-bets out of position, and he's playing a 4-bet or fold strategy. So I think I've spoken about this before, but you obviously don't want to be ever 3-betting someone who's playing a 4-bet or fold strategy and not folding to enough 3-bets to make your 3-bet immediately profitable. So if you didn't get that, rewind the video and listen to it again, because I'm pretty sure I said it. Well, I said what I was supposed to say. I'm going to 3-bet here with the 5-jack suited because he folds to 71% of 3-bets on the button and also folds to a high amount of c-bets on the flop. King 7, can't really do anything with that. Ace 3, no. Deuce 7. Pocket 4s will play. And we'll open and shove over Naida's 3-bet if he chooses to do so. And he just calls. Not really sure about his calling range actually, but I think it's mostly some broadways that he can't. I think it's mostly broadways that he could raise me here, and I'm kind of just want to go with my hand because I think he raises really wide on this flop. But the only problem is I think he raise calls like 8s and stuff like that. So this is a slightly annoying thing about Hem 2, but overall I think it's an improvement to Hem 1. Raise c-bet in position 20% of the time. I don't think he ever folds. Close spot, I'm probably just going to fold. I mean, I'd shove any 10 here, probably shove any 9, but I think he can even do this with like 8s and just call it off because he expects me to reshove with like ace king and ace queen and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll just fold it. But I mean, I think you should really look to push the edges versus short stacks a lot of the time. Like, I definitely know that like a lot of the players that I talk strategy with, or some of the players I talk strategy with, don't like get it all in pre-flop nearly wide enough versus these short stack players who are 3-betting like 20 to 25% out of the blinds. Like, it's kind of time to like, you really do need to be playing back at them with a wide range. Like, you can't be folding things like pocket 8s and pocket 7s, and sometimes not even like any pocket pair. Versus some of the really, really aggressive short stackers that you'll come across. Not so much in Zoom games, but like, in regular games when they don't have auto rebuy on and stuff like that, and they're getting down to like 20, 30 big blinds, it's time to shove their 4-bets really wide, because they'll be 3-betting like 25% of hands or something. Like, this is maybe at lower limits, but yeah, I've seen fish who these short stackers who are folding like 55% or 60% of 4-bets, and they're 3-betting like an absurdly high range. And, you know, you can shove pretty much any 2 over their 3-bets if that's the case. Like any ace is good enough to shove over some short stackers ranges. So you might want to get like CardRunners EV calculator and run some calcs versus some short stackers ranges. There's some good videos on CardRunners by Skiller, I think his name is, which can show you how to like run, find out like optimal shoving ranges versus short stacks and stuff based on their 3-bet and 4-bet stats, fold to 4-bet and, you know, all that kind of stuff.